Have you ever seen a place that looks like it's straight out of a dream? Well, we're about to take a trip to one. Picture this, a whole hillside that looks like it's covered in frozen, snow-white waterfalls. This isn't a fantasy land, it's real. It's Pamukkale, Turkey's incredible cotton castle.
I mean, when you look at it, it seems almost impossible, right? It's a natural wonder that just makes you scratch your head and ask, how? So that's what we're going to figure out. How in the world does our planet create something so spectacular using nothing more than water and stone?
So first, let's get our bearings. We're in the Denizli province, way out in southwestern Turkey. And that name, Pamukkale, it literally means cotton castle, which is, well, the perfect description. But this place isn't just a pretty face. It has this deep, rich history, so much so that it's officially a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's a big deal. Okay, time to pull back the curtain and get into the science of it all. Think of it like we've found nature's secret recipe book, one that's been perfected over thousands and thousands of years. This is the real story behind how those famous white terraces get made. The number one key ingredient is this stuff right here, travertine. You know, it's a special kind of limestone, and it is the exact material that forms these terraces. It all comes from hot springs that leave these mineral deposits behind. So what you have to remember is that Pamukkale is basically just one giant, always growing sculpture made of travertine. So here's the play-by-play. It all starts deep, deep underground. Water gets superheated and just soaks up a ton of minerals, especially something called calcium carbonate. Then all that mineral-packed water shoots up to the surface through cracks in the earth. The second it hits the open air, a bunch of carbon dioxide gets released, and that's the trigger. That change causes the calcium carbonate to harden into a solid, building up these terraces one brilliant white layer at a time.
And let me tell you, this is not a fast process. Not at all. We are talking thousands upon thousands of years for this slow, patient construction project. Every single delicate layer you see is like a little time capsule, just showing off nature's incredible patience. But the story here isn't just about geology. Nope. The very same water that built these incredible terraces has these amazing properties that have been attracting people for centuries. Which brings us to the ancient city of Hierapolis and its healing waters. You could really call it the world's first spa. So what's the big deal with this water? Well, for starters, it's naturally hot. And when I say hot, I mean it ranges from a cozy 35 degrees Celsius, like a perfect bath, all the way up to 100 degrees. And it's absolutely packed with minerals. It's that combo that made people believe for centuries that these waters had healing powers, good for everything from achy joints to skin problems. And that belief was powerful, so powerful, in fact, that it led to a whole city being built. The ancient Greco-Roman city of Hierapolis was founded right on top of this white castle, all because people wanted to be near these incredible sacred waters. The history here is just amazing to think about. It stretches from ancient times, when people first discovered these waters, all the way through the Roman Empire, when Hierapolis was a major health resort, a top-tier spa destination. And that tradition continues right up to today. People still fly in from all over the world to soak in these exact same mineral-rich pools. Of course, with all that popularity comes a really serious challenge. The very thing that makes Pamukkale so stunning also makes it unbelievably fragile. So that leads to the big question today. How do we protect this white wonder for the future? And it really is such a delicate balance. On one hand, you've got the threats. For a while, unregulated tourism was a huge problem, people walking all over the delicate formations, which caused a lot of damage. Diverting the mineral water away for other uses was also starving the terraces. But now, thankfully, there's protection. Access is strictly limited, you can only walk in very specific barefoot areas, and the water flow is carefully managed to make sure these terraces keep getting replenished.
So if you're going to boil it all down to one sentence, this is it. Pamukkale is a completely unique geological formation, created by nothing more than the deposits left behind by hot, mineral-rich water over a very, very long time. It's just a simple recipe with a truly extraordinary result.
The thing to remember is that Pamukkale isn't just a static monument. It's a living, breathing, geological story that's still being written, layer by layer, day by day. And that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. If this is the incredible story of Pamukkale, what amazing stories of time, chemistry, and life are our planet's other natural wonders trying to tell us?
Tüm dersler ve entelektüel paylaşımlar için YouTube @liseortaokul dersler kanalına abone olunuz.